And now, Judge Mathis reveals the results of yesterday's DNA test.
You know, whatever the case, one of the things that you all should always come together around, I believe, because out of my 5 best friends, 4 of them are in public service. That's what our family relationship revolves around. And I want you all to engage in public service with each other so you all can have a family bond, because unfortunately you all are not related by blood. So you all forge a relationship based around public service, and that's the most fulfilling part of my friendships now, and makes them just as close as my brothers are to me, and you will be just as close as your blood sisters are to you if your relationship revolves around you all helping the community. All right? God bless you all.
All right, thank you, Judge Mathis. Yeah, I don't care what the paper say. You will always be in our life. I love you. Yeah. And I love them little children. It's and all right. My son had something for you in his heart for some reason. He talks about Charlie all the time. We love you. Don't you feel bad about nothing? I'm going to call you just like I've been calling you. Yeah. We're going to get this thing together. Yeah, it's all right. My son loves you. That's your father. Yeah, he treated you like a daughter. You treated him like a father. Young. And we still look alike. Got a bond there. We still look alike. Yeah. I love you. I love all of y'all.
I say I love them too.
Plaintiff Tanya Campbell says the defendant dated her son, and she claims while they were together, she saw the defendant abusing heroin. Tanya's suing for a Jeep and defamation because she claims the defendant has told friends and family members that Tanya is a crackhead. Defendant Kenitra Mason insists she has never touched heroin, but she knows Tanya is a crackhead because she used to sell her son's food stamps for crack.
Start with you, ma'am.
Well, I met Kenitra. She dated my son. My son passed on August the 16th. He was in a bad car wreck, speeding, lost control of the car, and went into a river.
Sorry to hear that. So sorry. How old was he?
31. He just turned 31.
God bless you. And how have you been doing since then?
Not good.
Have you
but
been
I'm
going?
Okay. I'm okay.
Have you been going to grief counseling?
I've been trying to go to grief counseling and stuff, but it's kind of rough for me right now. I would love to be able to do that because I'm having a hard time dealing with his death.
Where do you live? What city?
I live in North Carolina, Andrew, North Carolina, a little small town.
I want to get you in some grief counseling. I want our producers to help you. So will you let us help you with that?
Yes, yes, please. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes. And, you know, you find strength in other folks' story, and sometimes you find inspiration. And that's why I tell a lot of my life story and a lot about my life to inspire other people. My mother died when I was 17. And with 9 months notice. She was 49. And so that still has me traumatized in that way. But the more I tell it, the more I feel better, because I feel people's energy blessing me. And so that's what you need, to hear other folks' story so that energy will come and you'll feel a little comfort. All right?
Okay.
And you can give other folks comfort. In grief counseling, you'll hear things that'll comfort you, and you'll be able to say things that'll comfort others. Then when you have evolved from the depth of your hurt and pain, then you can come up and share your journey to help lift other people up. All right?
Okay.
You give me some background on your relationship with her late son.
Yes, sir. I met him in 2014. He had a young daughter at the time. She was a couple months old. I did help him raise her. And we had a good relationship. You know, we had normal arguments like normal couples, you know. And me and Miss Campbell, you know, we had a good relationship, you know. We had our little differences sometimes as well, but nothing, you know, that other people don't go through. Yeah.
But you were saying that all people, like everybody doesn't have arguments. I do. Most people do. But Doyle, He don't have arguments.
Never.
Yeah.
Me and my wife and he and his wife, we all went to dinner. They didn't argue. They started throwing stuff at each other.
Oh, God.
I said, well, don't y'all just argue? It's not it. No, we don't argue. Throw stuff.
Yeah.
And typically food at dinner time. Trying to lighten it up a little here.
Right.
Because I know what we're going through is painful. Anything else you want to tell me about the relationship?
He was awesome. He wanted to be a musician. He was a wonderful person, positive energy, smiled all the time. She would come over to the house, all us, we would have a good time. She only stayed like 5 minutes from us. So, everything was pretty good, up until the time that he passed.
You're going to commit as well to find something
Yes,
there
sir.
to inspire you. Find whatever it is there. I can't tell you.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to get his music out there to the world. That's my job.
See? See? All right. The Jeep you're suing her about. What happened here?
Well, he had the Jeep, and he has 2 kids. And I was going to sell the Jeep to, give the money to his kids.
After he passed?
Yes, this was after that. But he hadn't even gotten in the ground before the Jeep walked off the property. The Jeep was gone.
Tell me whose property it was on.
It was on his property. It was his house. She stayed with him.
Okay.
From time to time, from time to time.
And where did it go from there?
They called me and they told me that the Jeep was being moved. They said, you need to go to the house because
Who called you?
the mechanic. He stayed right up the street and he was passing by.
Okay.
And he called me and he said, you need to go to the house. The hood is up on the Jeep. He said, you need to go. But by the time I got to the house, the Jeep was gone. The Jeep and the swing set, my grandbaby's swing set, was gone out the yard.
When did you come to find out?
I come to find out that she had it. So I had talked to my daughter because I had told my daughter, I said, well, I guess we'll just sell it and try to get the money for it and give it to the kids. So she texted me and she said, I have the Jeep. I want the Jeep. I'll sell my Mustang for the Jeep because I don't want you to sell it to the landlord, because he had talked to the landlord about buying the Jeep. And the landlord was ready to buy the Jeep. So I had nobody in mind. So, okay, y'all discussed it. Let's do it. And she texted me and said she had it, and she was willing to sell her Mustang to get it fixed before I let somebody else take it and, get it fixed for a little or nothing and sell it for a lot. And after that, I heard no more. But then somebody called me and told me where the Jeep was.
Where was it?
It's at some guy's house in Riverside that she goes to and hang out. It's a mechanic.
He's a mechanic at least. All right, let's just keep it there now. The guy's a mechanic. And so, did you come to find anything out about the swing set?
No, the swing set left when the Jeep did. They left together.
Why don't you tell me what's going on here?
All right, thank you. Okay, so first of all, I didn't just stay with her son. Sometimes we lived there. And if you look on page, I think it's 1 and 2, you'll see the final bill that I got from the landlord,
But how many years
in reference
did you
to
all
me and
stay
him.
there together?
We stayed there about, I think it says 2 years and 7 months.
How many total years over the course of your relationship did you live together?
Oh, we lived together probably throughout our whole relationship. This is our 3rd place together, actually.
So that's 7 years?
Yeah, we had 2 apartments in Raleigh. We had 1 in Raleigh, 1 in Garner, and then this was the house.
How was your money divided up? Did you have your own bank account?
Yes, sir.
He had his own?
Yes, sir.
How would you all determine who pays the bills?
We would just do half and half, on the bills, or sometimes I might pay the lights and he'd pay the water, and I might pay the internet. So, we would.
About groceries?
It was a family thing, it was me, him, and his daughter, and we just did our thing, as a young couple. And then, he was out of work, from the pandemic, so he was getting unemployment. I've been working at home for a while, And the truck was messing up. That's why I have to put a motor in it, about $3,000. I didn't drive it off, from the premises. It had to be towed. And then as far as the swing set, I had bought that, for his daughter for Christmas. But her mom had took her back to Raleigh. They're living, in like a hotel setting, so I had to get rid of the swing set. So I posted it online. Once again, I paid for it, bought it off Amazon. We were more so, what's mine is yours, what's yours is mine. That's it. He forgot to do it.
Have you ever repaid him any monies?
Who, me? No, sir. We were a couple. When we got his wallet out of his car, she took the wallet. She spent the money. She said she was going to give his daughter $100 and his son $100.
I gave his daughter $100.
She did not.
I gave
She
you
spent the money
$100
and gave me $60 out of it.
I bought you a wig. I gave you
gave me
$100 because
cash
he owed
and
you
never
$100.
gave the daughter or
and I
son,
took
Your
the
Honor,
rest
the
of the money and
She
gave it to
spent
his son at the funeral.
No, she did not.
That's
She spent
exactly what happened with the money. He didn't want you to have it. Because what you would do, you would take his card when he was asleep and you would leave and go to the ATM and pull his money out. And then when he look at his card, he would get upset because he said, Mama, I told her to get this amount and she got this amount. And what you would do
Your
with
Honor,
the
I'm trying
money
to be
was...
respectful, but that's not true.
Oh, no. I've been married 37 years.
Oh.
36. Went with Linda 4 years before that. We've been together 40 years. And I do the same thing. I call my friends or whoever, my close relative, and I complain about how she handles the money. So that's all your son was doing. He was calling somebody close to him who he felt he could trust and would not go back and tell her. Because my question to you is, how long did they live together? She said since 2014.
No, they lived together off and on. They didn't always live together.
How many months a year since you see me?
Well, I just moved there. I moved there last year, where they live at now. I moved there last year. I've been there a year.
So all you know is the year.
And they haven't lived there together a year. She'd move out. He'd put her out.
How many months a year?
I give it about 4 months a year.
He would put her out 4 months a year for what? If he told you all that, you know why.
Well,
why would he put her out half the year every time?
He would put her out because he would call me when they get in their arguments. They got in arguments every other week. He would call me and he said, Mama, Kiki is at it again. He said she's sitting up here nodding. She won't clean up. She won't do nothing.
Your Honor, how am I nodding? I work 10 hours a day from home on the computer.
What are you suggesting? No. You say that when you say tired, you're saying she's going to sleep.
Yeah.
Nodding mean you're on dope. Are you saying she on dope?
That's exactly right.
Opioids or heroin?
The heroin. She was doing heroin, and he used to complain to me about the fact, Mama, all she do is sit up here.
And you sold his food stamps for crack?
I didn't sell his food stamps for crack. No, I did not.
So you saying she on crack?
She's on crack, yes, sir. And I found a glass pipe in her purse when she stayed with us at one of our places.
No, you called my daughter. You called my daughter and destroyed my whole relationship.
No, your son
with
texted me back and said that's why my brother was calling her crackhead all these years.
They ain't found nothing on me. I don't smoke crack. I don't never smoke crack. I used to smoke marijuana back in the day. I don't even smoke that now. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't smoke nothing. And I would rather you give me a drug test to find out that I don't do any drugs at all. I wish you would give me one right now because I don't do any drugs.
It don't take 4 days.
Well, crack only lasts 3 days.
Well, I don't have anything in my system. I don't do anything. I don't smoke crack. I've never smoked crack.
Yes, she has.
She does that because she snort heroin, and I have set up and seen her do it.
Everyone has told me about you selling his food stamps, the same in-house she's been living in with. She's been living, staying up in this crack house. 2 men live there, Your Honor, that smoke crack.
In a crack?
I don't stay in no crack.
I might not have been using it, but did
no, why would I stay in a crack house and not have a house? I live in Andrew. They live.
Yes, she has. 2 streets over, Your Honor.
Is it often?
No, I did not visit often. I don't really know nobody in the town. Because just like she lied about the crack, that's all she does.
The man came to my mom's house, it's a mutual friend, and told me that she sold the stamps for crack,
Me and my son had a close-knit relationship. She was upset because her and her mama, they feud all the time, and they don't have a close-knit relationship.
You try to bring me and my mom in. What has to do with this case?
She was upset because me and my son, we get along just fine, and her and her mama don't. So when she cussing me out every 3 days, we're fine, we kiss and make up. Then 3 days later, I'm everything but a child of God. Then 2 days later, I come in the house, you hug my neck, everything is okay.
No.
But just like on the way down here, she texted me and said, let's hang out. It don't make no sense. We going to Chicago.
What's the whole point of all of this? We shouldn't be mad at each other.
I'm not mad at her. I don't dislike her. I really care a lot about her.
We're on here talking about each other like a dog.
Can I please speak? When his $500 came in on his unemployment card, she took that, did not give the
Because
kids any
you
money.
gave
and she
me the
smoked
card.
it up. I had found a stem in her purse myself.
You ain't found nothing in my purse because you ain't never seen my purse.
Right.
Okay.
Let me talk with her. You need some coffee, maybe?
All right. Yes, sir. I'm perfectly.
You had a good rest?
Yes, sir. It was wonderful, and I had a wonderful trip as well. I got to get back to work tomorrow, though.
You gonna fall over?
No, I ain't gonna fall over, fall asleep like she claiming.
I'm just telling the truth. I'm not claiming anything of you. I would not be sitting up here speaking, saying stuff if I know I haven't seen it with my own eyes, Kiki.
You never have.
I have seen you reach in your bra, pull out that white bag, and put it to your nose.
Why would I do it in front of her, Your Honor?
You told me
Why would I
you
trust
have
her?
to know the difference between fentanyl and
Why would I
heroin.
trust you?
I don't even know what that is. What fentanyl is? She
Now
said,
all of a sudden
you
I've
got
done
to
it in
make
front of
the
you.
difference.
Okay.
Some people
Okay.
will give you fentanyl, so you
Now
got to
I've
make
done
sure
it in
you
front of
start
her.
the right thing.
She was snorting so much powder when her son passed. She was calling the guy every day because me and her was together.
I don't
for a couple
snort
days.
powder, Kiki. Don't try to
that
take.
same
Don't try to
unemployment
put.
money,
Don't
she
try to
was
put
pulling it
on
off
me
and getting
what's
powder
really
put up
on
her
you.
nose.
You
Then
have
when me and her
destroyed.
fell
Powder
out,
cocaine
that's
or
when she
powder
started going to
heroin?
smoke crack with the guys down the road.
No, I don't smoke no
Well,
crack.
whoever she's
If
around
I
is what she
smoke
does
crack,
at the
I would
time.
sit up here and tell you I smoke crack because
No,
I have
you
no
wouldn't.
reason.
No, she wouldn't.
Yes, I would. Yes, I would. I would tell you.
You can
I
look
would
at her
tell
mouth
you.
and tell.
You would say, I smoke crack, but I want you to help me go to rehab. I hope
Exactly.
that's what you would say.
Exactly. Exactly.
But
Because
if
I
you
have
don't
no.
want to go to rehab, you wouldn't tell me you did.
No, because if I was smoking crack, I would want to go to rehab.
That's why they was still calling the dope man after they smoked.
Stop it. Y'all stop this. I'm not messing with this anymore. We done. I know a crackhead when I see one, and I know a heroin addict when I see one, and neither of the two of you are either. So let's move right on.
Okay.
Y'all talking crazy about each other. Now, ma'am, the problem you have today, most judges would conclude that they had a common law marriage 7 years
But he didn't
together.
want her to have the Jeep, and he paid $1,500 across
he
the
came
street
back
from the
from the
guy.
we paid
He did
$1,000.
not want her to have
So
that
he came
Jeep.
back from the grave and told you that?
Some of her money went toward this truck, or her money went toward the household to allow him to put his toward the truck. Believe me, the monies were commingled, ma'am.
Okay.
What's your defamation for? What is she?
About her going around telling that, and on page 2, I got here where she called my kids up and told my kids that my kids, since my
Telling
son,
them what?
that I smoke crack, I
Oh,
do.
so you really did tell people that?
I got
No,
it. here on this
when I
page.
found out about the stamps, it shocked me.
Your
So I
Honor,
texted
So it
him,
shouldn't shock you enough to tell anybody.
but I
Your
didn't.
Honor, I got it right
didn't
here.
put
It
in her
says-
son's
You
response.
did. You should stop
She
that.
said, it says right
Just
here.
because
I
you
thought-
know something don't mean you have to tell it.
It's on page 3.
Page 3. I thought long and hard. It's not my job to tell anyone anything you're doing. I just suggest you be careful down here. This country people may claim to be your friend, but talk about you like a dog as soon as you leave. Tell all your business, too. I'm going to pray for you, though, because the things that... Who is this from? Her?
That's from her and my
To-
daughter. Ever since then,
She's telling you to look out.
yeah, but she said she's gonna stop telling them. She told my daughter.
I've not talked to them since.
Kiki, you call my daughter. My daughter told me on the phone. She said, "Mama."
This is a warning. I need to see something that shows that she did something to you. This is something she did for you. One piece of evidence where she talked negative about you. Do you have anything?
Yeah, she
because
always-
what you directed me to was, I interpret, as something positive. Do you have anything?
No, that's what she
And
said.
I'm going to conclude this was common law marriage. I'm going to conclude that the monies after 7 years were commingled. And as such, we cannot distinguish between hers and his. It was joint property. Part her property, part his property, because they were living as a married couple. And married couples, all the property is joint property. So I'm going to have to dismiss your claim by concluding that they were engaged in a common law marriage. All right? But hang in there. I'm going to have my staff follow up with you guys to make sure you're straight.
Thank
God
you.
bless you.
Thank you.
I know what's going on. I know exactly what's going on. And, you know, it was all painted pretty here, but that's all right. But I'm telling you, when I get back to North Carolina, I'm not going to put up with this again, because she's gonna keep on and on and on, and one thing is gonna
Her
lead
friends
to
come to
another.
my house. The same
She's
guy
still
Curtis that
talking
she was
about
smoking
her
with
friends.
comes to my mom's house every day. Well, you
Her
know what?
friends.
Tanya did this. Tanya did that. Tanya.
See, and
down
just
here
like you
showing
said,
out.
Tanya done did this,
They
and Tanya done
coming
did
to
that.
us.
Why
I'm not
both of
asking
y'all
for this stuff.
That's because you run out there looking for stuff.
They're bringing this. I work at home. honey.
Kiki, yeah.
So I'm there every day.
Kiki, listen.
They come to my mom.
I am
my mom's
so.
home where
I'm not
I stay
glad
at
that
now
my
since
son is
boyfriend passed.
deceased,
And
but
tell
I
me
am
this stuff.
glad I
I'm not
don't
asking
have
for
to
it.
deal with
So they're going
you
back and forth between
anymore.
us, basically.
I am so glad I don't have to deal with you no more.
Thank goodness.
I ain't glad he gone, but I'm glad you
Hey, y'all
out of
can
my
look
family.
colors.